Hello, authors, book lovers, and storytellers. Welcome to the RM Hive, a featured author interview. My name is QR, and I'm your host for today's session. And today we are going to interview one of our dear authors here in Readers Magnet. She was with us during the Festival of Storytellers, Chapter 6. Let us all welcome Deb Runge. Hello,
Yes.
Deb.
Hello. It's so great to be here today.
Yes, how have you been doing after the 2 week event during the Festival of Storytellers?
I'm doing great. I have lots going on, and it was such a wonderful time at the Festival of Storytellers. I really enjoyed my time as part of it and all the different things that we got to do. That was my first time being a part of it.
Yes. Yeah. And it's your first time, but you actually were was one of our moderators
I
during
was.
the event. Can you tell our audience what the topic was and how was your experience?
Oh, I don't even remember the time.
It's close, it's dear to your heart. It's basically all about recovering your mission,
Yes,
right?
it was something along those lines. I just don't remember. It's so sad. But it was, yes, because my book is about
Mhm.
recover your mission. So it's about helping people get restored and
Yes.
healed and brought back to the mission that God has for them. So
All right. Okay. And yes, so what was that one interesting thing that you've basically experienced during the Festival of Storytellers? May it be during your roundtable session or any other else's session?
I felt it was really a really cool thing to
Mm-hmm.
have all these authors together and getting their feedback on
Mm-hmm.
different topics, that or topics that were topical to the books
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. So it was great to reflect and get different perspectives and hear from other people about these topics.
Okay. Yeah, so true. It's always nice to be on that circle where everyone has always something to share,
Mhm.
and it's nice to hear others' opinions and perspectives, right?
Yeah,
And it's nice because it is a safe venue for everyone to share,
exactly.
right? Now let's talk about your book, Recover Your Mission. Tell us more
Mhm.
about this.
Well, so Recover Your Mission. And then the subtitle is How a Drunk from Wisconsin Became a Missionary in Haiti. So I'm that drunk from Wisconsin who became the missionary. And the book is my story. It's
Mhm.
how God took me from being in that place of desperation and, just a place that I felt very hopeless. And it's the story of my journey to where I am today, which I now have 29 years of sobriety, and praise God for that. And
29 years.
yeah, 29 years, which is a miracle. If you knew, like in the book, it gets into my story of where I was and how you could say how low I had to go before I could start going back up again. And so it's all about that. And that God now has me as a missionary in Haiti. So basically, if God did it for me, he can do it for you. Right. And that's kind of the idea behind the story. It's not just my story, but it's about my story. And it's also meant to inspire you. It's meant to
Hmm.
help you look at yourself and say, okay, well, maybe I didn't have exactly the same thing that happened to Deb, but I've had this or that happen in my
Yeah.
life. And now I can restore that. I can recover that. I can
Mhm.
heal that area because I am a recovering alcoholic, but that was not my only issue, right? I use a example of an iceberg. That was the tip of the iceberg, and underneath the tip of the
There's so
iceberg is
much.
a blob of ice, right? In the case of
Yes.
my life, it was all my other issues that I have since worked through or am even still working on. Because if we're
Hmm.
honest, we're all on a process or a journey in life, right? That we want to become the best version of ourselves, right?
Hmm.
And I was at this point where I really didn't think there was hope. I really thought it looked very dim and very hopeless. And because I got into recovery, because I went on that journey, I was able to really change my life. And I got a second chance at life, really.
What was that turning point that you decided to, okay, I'm done with this. I'm gonna make myself better.
It was a low, it was a bottom. Okay, so as an alcoholic, I drank every day, and I was
Hmm.
blacking out. I would get up in the morning, say to myself, "I'm not going to drink today." And within a half an hour, I would be drinking, and I got into this situation where I didn't want to drink, but I ended up drinking and ended up in a blackout. And I woke up from that going, "What is wrong with you? Like, you have a problem." But I didn't want to admit that I was an alcoholic. And so I did call a local treatment facility and I said, I'm not an alcoholic. I just need to talk to somebody. I don't know what's going on in my life. And long story short, they did an assessment of me and I definitely
Were.
the assessment that I was an alcoholic at that time. So I got
Yeah,
into treatment and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, I think it all starts from self acceptance that there's an issue.
Yes, and really in the recovery world, we would call that stepping out of denial, right? Because
Mm.
you can have an issue, but if you don't want to address it, you deny it, you pretend like it's not there, you keep going and you
Mm.
just keep doing it over and over. And like
Mm.
there's what we call a definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. And I was doing that all the
Mm.
time. I'm like, I don't want to do this, but I kept doing it, right?
Mm.
And so then when I got into recovery, I began to see. Like it was like the blinders were taken off. I'm like, whoa! Now I see why I did what I did, and I did a lot of. I was not a nice person, and I did a lot of bad stuff in my past. I'm not real proud of that, but I didn't care. I
Mm.
was on this mission of destruction, and if you were in my way, I took you out with me, basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And
Okay.
just but today, I'm not that person anymore, and praise God for that because I found healing, and I've
Mm.
forgiven myself. I know God forgives me, and I have a relationship with God, and so He's restored all of the things in my life that were once really hopeless.
Can you think of anyone who has made a huge impact and helped you with your recovery?
Oh, I would say there's been several people along
Mm-hmm.
the way, because that's another thing that's really important.
Yeah.
As a person in recovery, to have accountability, or in the recovery world, we call it a sponsor. It's someone that comes alongside you and speaks into your life and
Mm-hmm.
encourages you and helps you see that, the things that you might be doing that you don't see for yourself, or keeps you
Yeah.
accountable, right? Keeps you accountable to the things you say you want to do. Because oftentimes we say, well, I want to change and I want to do all this. But then if we don't have somebody to keep us accountable, we fall back and
Yeah.
we fall into it again and again. So I would say there's several people that I've had along the way that have really spoken into my life, or different programs I was a part of. Um,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not the kind of person that just goes with the status quo, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
once you start to taste recovery, once you start to taste that you can change your life, for me, I just want more. I just want more. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to, keep continuing on the journey because like I said earlier, I believe have a second chance at life. And so I want to live it to the fullest. Right.
I've asked you that question because, like you said earlier, that was your experience, and it may be different from someone else, but they definitely can relate to it. You've published a book, and that's already a start of imparting your experience and also what do you call this, inspiring others to go ahead and that they can still recover, you
Yes,
know
for
and they
sure.
can better their lives. Now, this lady here, for those who are watching us live, isn't just going to stop in publishing a book and to inspire people, but actually she already has a coaching program, right,
Yes.
Deb? Can you tell
Yes,
us
I
more about
do.
it?
And yes, it's called Recover Your Mission. That's the coaching program, and
Mm-hmm.
because it's for Christian women over 30, and who want to go from that point of like feeling like you're stuck.
Mhm.
and feeling like, you don't know what to do. And this is not just along the lines of alcoholism. Like I said, I have almost every icarism that there could be in my life. And so I can speak into any area really.
Mhm.
And so if you're feeling like you're stuck, you can go from that stuck place into a place where you can recover the mission, the purpose, the plan, the mission that God has for your life. And so I'm offering something for women that fit that category. And it's a 5-day challenge. And it's where you meet with
Wow.
me for 5 days for about a half an hour, 45 minutes every day. And it's very specific. It's very, you're going to be challenged in that time. And you'll have a little bit of homework, but it's meant to help you kind of jumpstart you and kickstart you on this journey to change your life.
I am interested in learning what these challenges are. If you don't mind, Deb, if you don't mind, okay, can you at least share one of the challenges?
Well, it's actually going to be tailored to the person,
Mm,
right?
oh,
Because
okay.
we're gonna the first day we're gonna really spend a little bit of time getting to know each other and
Mm-hmm.
understanding the specific issue or problem or situation that you're trying to overcome, so that
Mm-hmm.
I can help gear it more toward that. And then
Personalize it
every
too.
day, like I've written something called the Recover Your Mission Secrets, right? And
Mm,
there's 5 different key points that are crucial in helping a person get their life on that right track, right? And
mm-hmm.
that's again what my book talks about. And it's a lot of this that I will use in my challenges is going to actually come out of my book, because
Mm-hmm.
my book is written a little bit different in the sense that at the end of every chapter, there is a question for you. And then
Oh,
there's a quote, and then there's a scripture, and then there's a worship song, okay, that
wow.
applies to that chapter. Okay. And so the book already is getting you to reflect on your life, and based on the particular chapter. So that's kind of my idea with the challenge, is I'm going to pull things that I know have worked for me, and I'm going to encourage you to do those things, and then you'll get a little bit of homework, and then you'll be held accountable to getting the homework done,
Yes.
because it's a
Yes.
challenge. Because if you think about a challenge, if you want someone to challenge you, you have come for that purpose, right? You've said, okay, I want to be challenged, I want to change, I want to grow, I want to be better in this area. So that's what I'll do, is I will challenge you.
And it's so nice if you get to complete all the challenges. Like you felt, you'll feel the, what do you call this? That you've completed a challenge.
Yes,
You feel fulfilled,
you'll feel
right?
fulfilled, and hopefully you'll have a breakthrough as a
Mm-hmm.
result of that. And who knows, if you would want to continue to coach with me, we can pursue that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this 5-day challenge is absolutely free.
What I like about you is that you didn't just stop in what do you call this, publishing your book, hoping to inspire others, but you also tapped on other means and how you can continue inspiring and delivering that message of hope to people.
Yes, and the way I look at it is, I was given what I was given, not to keep it,
Mm-hmm.
but to give it away, right? And so if there's and that's what this is also the same thing I do in my mission work in Haiti. The ministry I do in Haiti, we do recovery ministry there. It's called Celebrate Recovery. Maybe some
Mm-hmm.
of you are aware of it. It's a Christian recovery program. It's for any hurt, habit, or hang up. So anything in your life that keeps you held back, keeps you from being who you're truly meant to be.
Currently, Deb, any charities, organizations that you're affiliated with?
My own.
There you go.
I
Okay.
have a nonprofit organization, and it is called Recover Your Mission. And I have a website. It's recoveryourmission.org. You can go to that website to find out more about the work I do in Haiti, but also to see more about my book. And if you that's you that you wanted to sign up for this free challenge, you can go there. My website needs to be tweaked a little bit, but you can get signed up. You can get me your information, or otherwise find me on Facebook and message me there.
All right. So it's www.recoveryyourmission.org.
That's correct.
All right. Okay. Deb, please, I'm giving you the time to promote your book. Where can we grab a copy of
Yes.
your
So the
material?
book
Mhm.
is on Amazon, but you can also go to my website, and that there's a link right there that you can go from to order it. And yeah, and it's available as a paperback, and it's available Kindle and Audible,
Mhm.
where it is actually me that has done the recording.
Wow. Okay. Nice. All right. So again, if you would like to go ahead and grab a copy of Deb's book and also book that schedule for a coach for her coaching program, you may go ahead and visit www.recoveryourmission.org. All right. Deb, it has been a wonderful session with you.
Yes, it
Thank
has.
you
Thank you
so
so much.
much. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again, not just only in TFOS or the Festival of Storytellers, but also in the rest of the events that we'll have all throughout the entire 2025.
Yes, I hope to
All
be
right.
in LA coming up.
Yes, yes, we'll meet again. Can you share one last inspiring message to those who are currently watching us now?
The inspiring message that I would have is if this is resonating with you, like, right, if you feel there's something you have in your life, some issue, some problem, some situation, whatever it is, and you don't want it anymore,
Mhm.
right? I'm your girl.
All
Because
right.
I can help you, right? I mean, obviously, you have to do the work, but
Mm-hmm.
and also, my book is not just for Christian women. My book is for anybody, but the program and that I'm doing as far as coaching, the life coaching that I'm doing is designated for Christian women over 30. But the book itself is totally for anyone. And so
Yes.
I do believe that many of us would be willing to say we have something in our life that we don't like or want to change. And so check out my book, and check it for women over 30, Christian women over 30. Check out my coaching program, because there is hope, there is help, and there is healing.
Oh, I love that. There's hope, there's help, there's healing. And it's never too bad to ask for help.
That's right. That is 100% correct, because I was at a bottom, right? I was at a place of hopelessness, and um,
Mhm.
I don't wish that upon anyone, but sometimes some of us, our bottoms have to be a little lower than others, right? And but the only way is up from there.
Yes. The only way is up. Deb, again, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you on set. And for those who are currently watching us, you may go ahead and check this video again. We are streaming live on our Facebook page. That's Raiders Magnet. And again, feel free to visit Deb's website. It's www.recoveryourmission.org. Okay.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
QR.
so much. As we say here in Raiders Magnet, we share your story with the world.